Everybody, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me again. I'm doing a little get ready with me. I'm heading out to go see Monster Jam, which are those monster trucks. I'm so excited. I may be a little bit of a redneck, but whatever. Just try to do my hair. It's kind of wild, but anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or anything, just leave me a comment below if you want. Subscribe, hit the like button. And that's it. Enjoy the video. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is moisturize my skin. And I don't ever use the same thing because whatever. But right now I'm using this Garnier. It's Moisture Rescue. It's a refreshing gel cream. And I like using gel in the summertime, especially in this Tennessee humidity, because other moisturizers are just too heavy. And I like this gel consistency. But the first thing I do is moisturize my face. After I clean it, of course. I may do a face washing video or a skincare routine video eventually. Okay, now let that sit. Girl, you know I just got out of the shower, so I need to put this hair back. Still wet. Okay, so after my moisturizer is sunk in, I like to use a skin primer. Today I'm going to be using this Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Neutralizer. Skin Equalizer, excuse me. Like so. And then and then I just put it in the spots where my pores are the worst. And it's usually like right here. And on my forehead. Because I'm not in my 20s anymore. And my pores got attitude. Okay. So after that sinks in for a minute or two. Okay, now I'm ready for foundation. And the foundation I'm using is this L'Oreal Infallible. And it's a drugstore foundation. I think they're like 11 or 12 bucks. And they're pretty good. The only thing with these foundations is this shade's too light. This shade's too dark. So I have to mix them together. And I'm in shade 202 and 203. So I just put a little bit of each one on the back of my hand. Just a little bit though, because I don't like a lot of foundation. Because the more foundation I put on, the more my pores and wrinkles show. Now I ain't got time for that. Ooh. Let me holler at this one. I need just a little bit more. I got excited with that darker color. And then I'm going to go in with this Morphe M439. I showed you guys in my last video. I think this is my favorite of all time foundation brush. But you can also use a makeup sponge if you want to do that. And I'll just dab it on using circular motions. I don't put a whole lot on my nose because my nose is the only place on my face that actually gets a little bit oily. It's not even a T-zone situation. It's just my nose. So I put foundation barely on my nose. Like when I'm done doing just the rest of my face. And make sure it's blended and I don't have any harsh lines. I'm going to do concealer and I use the Tarte Shape Tape. It's the best concealer. Of course, I've got two different shades. One super light and one just a little bit darker. This one's too dark by itself and this one's too light by itself. So I kind of mix those two. And a lot of people doing concealer, they do the triangle. Like they'll put some here and go all the way out. I don't do that because whatever you blend in spreads. And I don't want a ton of concealer, so I just put a little there of this darker color. Because like I said, this one is light sand. It's a little too dark. But then I go in with Fair Beige, which is a little too light. And I just put a couple more little dots there. And then I take my makeup sponge, which is by Real Techniques. You can get these at Walgreens, Walmart, probably Rite Aid, CVS, any of those pharmacy type places. I just get it wet, and then I, of course, squeeze all the water. And then I also take a towel and really squeeze it because I don't like my sponge very wet. So you're just going to take it and start blending and start bouncing it. And as you can see, that little bit that I put here will blend all the way out. So you don't have to put that whole, unless you just want to. If you're in your late teens, early 20s, you can get away with that. But if you're older, the more you put, the more your lines and pores are going to show up. And it doesn't matter what primer you use. It's called aging. Okay, so after I get my under eyes done, and I also put it on top of my eyelids too, because I use concealer as the eyelid primer. I don't use an actual eyeshadow primer. I have used them before, and I get the same results with concealer. Now, of course, if you like eyeshadow primer, you know, go ahead and use it. But you don't have to use this method. There are no rules that you have to follow if you like doing something differently, because let's face it, we all do things differently from each other. Okay, so now that I've got the concealer and foundation, I'm going to take this Airspun powder. It's loose face powder. Actually, I was going to get some the other day at Walgreens and I couldn't find it. But they usually have it at Walmart, Walgreens, you know, places like that. But I just take some on my sponge. Yes, the damp sponge. And then I just press it. I do my eyes the last because I don't want powder sitting on my eyes, because I think it accentuates lines also. So, again, if you're in your late teens, early 20s, you probably don't have to worry about that. It's probably not an issue for you. I put a little bit of extra powder around my nose. Just because my nose gets really oily. It's so weird because the rest of my face does not get oily. I think I'm going to use the Morphe. This is the 3502 palette. It's got a lot of, it's very dirty because I use it all the time, but it's got a lot of reds and golds and browns. I think that's what we're going to do today. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is do a transition shade for my crease. Okay. I'll probably do this first color. And it came with an insert that had all the names of the colors, but I'm just going to use this first one here. Then I'll start on the outer part of the eye in small circular motions, and then I just slowly go toward the crease. Okay. Okay. Now for the next color, which I'm just going to be doing some more in the crease because I like to build color up in the crease because it gives it more depth. So this is a Morphe M502 brush. It's a good brush for the crease. So I'm going to go in this third and fourth color together and do more crease work. Don't forget to tap the brush off. Same way as before. I start out on the outer. I'll work my way in. Work my way in to the inner corner. And probably just a little bit lower than the last color. Same for the other eye. I'm doing this eye with my left hand too, because if I do it with my right, you won't be able to see what I'm doing. So this eye might be a little sketch. Now I'm going to go in with these two colors and do some more on the outer corner. These shades are similar, but the more you build them up, now I'm going to take this Morphe M506. It's a little bit of a smaller tapered blending brush. And then I'm going to go this color and this one. I'm going to mix those two together just a little bit. And then tap it off. I'm going to put this in the outer V, just to deepen that up a little bit. You can see it's a little bit deeper than this side, so it gives a little bit more depth. If you love warm tone colors, this palette is awesome. I've came up with so many different good looks with this. Okay, so this color here has got some shimmer in it, but it's not too shimmery. I'm actually going to take some MAC Fix Plus and wet my brush after I dip it in, just to make the color pop a little bit more. So we'll see. And MAC Fix Plus, you can get this on Sephora, MAC's website. I think Ulta has it too. But you just spritz your brush a little bit after you put the eyeshadow on there. And let's see. Yeah, that's a pretty bronzy color. Again, I do it the same way. Just dip my brush in the color and spritz just a little bit because it's already wet and you don't want it too wet. Okay. And again, if you don't have MAC Fix Plus, you don't have to use that. I just like for my shimmers and my full shadows to really pop out when I put them on my lid. Now I'm just going to take this tiny shader brush. It's a Morphe E36. I do have other brushes than Morphe, but they are my favorite. I think they're high quality and not high cost. So I'm going to go back into the colors that I originally used. These two together. And I just start doing my under eye. And it doesn't have to be perfect at first because I'm going to blend all the colors in. Okay, and after I got the first two shades on, I'm going to go in with the second set of colors that I used. Just to give it the same depth. Except with these two, I'm only going to go halfway over. I'm not going to go all the way into the inner corner. So it gives it just a little bit more depth and it matches the top. Now, for the darkest two colors, I'm going to go in with a brush a little bit smaller. It's this little flat shader brush. And this came in a BoxyCharm, so I don't know the Vintage Cosmetic Company. I don't know. But I'm going to take these two darker colors that I used on the outer V. And make sure you tap it really good because these dark colors will show up. And I'm only going to go halfway over. Okay. Now that that's over with, I want to line my inner rim, and I want to use black. Now, when I do my inner rims, I do pull down on my eye, but I don't pull down much because it's a delicate area. So I just do this, And I'm going to do the inner rim. Not all the way in. But like that. I think it just makes your eyes pop, gives it some more depth. And sometimes I don't use black, I'll use brown, or I even use a nude colored eyeliner. And that really makes your eyes open. Okay, so for mascara, right now I'm using this Voluminous Lash Paradise by L'Oreal, drugstore buy. And it works fantastic. It's probably the best drugstore mascara I've ever used. And I think it's like $7.99 or something. It may be a little bit more than that, but definitely not over 15 bucks. For my brows, I usually use like an Anastasia Beverly Hills or any other eyebrow pencil. I'm actually out of my eyebrow pencil, so what I've been doing is I've been using this little tiny brush from the Balm. Anyway, so I use this smaller end of the brush. It's two-ended, but I use this one here, and then I go into this Tarte palette. It is the Play palette. Take this color called Dunes. Oh, that mirror though. This color here. It's called Dunes. Oh, there we go. And it's just the right shade because my brows are very light, as you can see. So how I do it is I start on the outside, right where the arch is, and I just kind of bring it down. And then before I use everything that's on the brush, I go into the inner part of my brow and just draw like a line how I want my arch to look. And I usually don't start at the beginning because I don't want this too bright or too defined, I guess. Even though I say that, and then as soon as I go over here, I'm like, oh, I need more color. Okay. So, there they are. Thought I saw a mistake. Woo. Okay, so the eyes are done. Now I'm moving on to the face. I'm not a big contourer, but I'm going to contour today. I've got this little Pure Sculptor palette. It came in a BoxyCharm, and it looks like this. It's got 2 contour and then 2 highlight. This is too dark, and so I can't use it for contour, but I could use it for an eyeshadow if I want to. So a lot of times if I get these, you know, little palettes, you know, and there's colors in that I can't use for my skin tone, I don't get too upset about it because then I can just use them for an eyeshadow. And Lord knows I've got too many of that, but whatever. So that way I don't fret. I'm not like, no. I don't like to go real ham on the contour. I think it looks really weird when people go extreme with it. So I'm just gonna alright. So that doesn't look like a whole lot on camera, but in person, like I said, I don't like to go ham on the contour. Because number one, my face is not sculpted. Obviously it's full, so I'm not going to have like harsh line. Like I just can't deal with harsh lines. Okay, so now I've got that. I'm going to put some blush on. Blush. Today I'm going to be, let's see, do this Milani Baked Blush. And used to you could get this at CVS. I'm not sure if CVS in Tennessee still has, or, well, my CVS. I've not seen Milani in there. But Walgreens, I'm not sure if Walmart carries it or not. I think Ulta has Milani, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so I'm just going to take this brush by, this is a Crown brush. Came in a BoxyCharm. I'm telling you, BoxyCharm, $21 a month, and the box is always well over $100. Like, so it's a freaking steal. Put back $5 a week. Boom. Box of charm. You gotta treat yourself every once in a while. If you love makeup and skincare, then something fun. Blush is on. Alright. Take that makeup wipe. I had some Burt's Bees on a few minutes ago. But now I need to put a lip color on. I don't know what I want to use. I really want to use this, but it's too much. What this one? Ooh, too much. Lord have mercy. Alright, I'm going to go with this one. This is the lip kit by Kylie Jenner. I got these once a year. I think around Cinco de Mayo, or maybe on Cinco de Mayo. She has a buy one, get one free of her lip kits. And so I stocked up. I got 4 different ones. But this one is called One Wish. It's the matte liquid lipstick. And of course it comes with this matching liner. So I'm going to wear this because my eyes are dramatic. I'm not wild. Like I said, I know a lot of people love the liquid lipsticks, and they are awesome. They stay on a while if you find a formula that's not too drying. But I don't know. I guess I'm kind of weird. I like reapplying my lipstick throughout the day. I like freshening it up. These do last a long time, and they are comfortable. Alright. Now I just gotta do my hair. What y'all think? Ooh. Be right back. Alright, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am actually excited because we're gonna go see Monster Jam tonight. So, try to do my hair. It's a little wild, but okay. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. And, you know, join me in this little journey. It's only my 2nd video, so I'm sure the editing's not going to be the greatest. And but I'm going to work on it. We're going to get there. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a great day. And thank you so much for watching, and have a great night.